Hi everyone, it's Juliet here, and today we're going to be looking at the Potomac Beads treasure box for the month of July, and it's a little bit different this time. So it came in a mailer, but it didn't have a box. Ta-da! It's come in this cute little bag. So, and I also in the mailer, there was this cute little cozy for your drink, and a little free gift that's red, white, and blue and has some little stars in there. So that is super cute. So I love that. It's like kind of cute that we're doing something a little different this month. So, so those are two things that we have, and obviously you can use the baggie for whatever. And then inside the baggie, you can see everything is inside. And you'll be able to just dump all that out. I will arrange that in a minute, but let me get the paper out. And surprise beader, this month we're blasting off with a little something extra. Not only do you get all your spectacular star-spangled items inside your best bead box kit and treasure edition. This is the treasure edition, but we've also packed in a custom travel pouch to keep your holiday projects tidy or ready for beading on the go. So that is just, and you've got your Potomac Beads koozie, and so I think that's so cute. Thank you guys. Okay, here is the theme, Spirit of 76. We're going to celebrate this 250-year heritage for the United States. So I'm imagining it's all going to be kind of red, white, and blue, a bit of gold. And here is everything that we are going to be getting in our pack. So I will lay it all out and we will take a closer look. Okay, so this is everything. I was kind of struggling to get it all in, but I think I did. So let's start up here. So first up, we are getting these beautiful disco ball beads. These are the Garnet AB. Aren't those gorgeous? So they're just round, but they have little facets on them like a disco ball. So this treasure box, this is a subscription. You can take out different lengths of time with it, and you will need to check the website because depending on how long of a subscription you take, the pricing differs, okay? All right, this is a toggle, obviously. This is a Claspgarten fancy toggle clasp, 15 by 22, and it is 23-karat gold plated, it says. I don't know if that's supposed to say 24 and it was a typo, but anyway, so isn't that cute though? I love it. It's kind of very nautical looking, like with the little rope around the side. Very, very pretty little clasp. So cute. Then next up, one of my favorites that we had a couple months ago in a different color, and I designed a star-shaped pendant. So this would be really cute in the red, white, and blue as well. Just saying, stars for the 4th of July. Okay, so this is the blue Zircon AB. Very, very pretty. You can see the sparkle and shine, and they do have that AB coating that gives that little bit of kind of rainbow finish on it, okay? Next up here, we have some Miyuki Delicas. These are the white pearl Ceylon, which is a DB201. So you're getting a pack of those. Kind of a pretty popular color, one that I use a lot. Next here we have some DropDuos. So these are 2-hole beads. They're quite small, and you can see they're shaped kind of like a teardrop. They have one hole that runs through the skinny end and one hole that runs through the fat end, and there's no kind of top or bottom on them. They are just either side works. And this color is called White Blue Flare. So they have bits of white and then bits of blue, and then I guess the blue flare would be the coating on them. So they're white, but they have this kind of bluish coating, okay? So you get a pack of 25 of those. And then this, it says on the description, Czech shell beads, alabaster. So these ones, these three are indeed beads. You can see the hole that goes through, and they are double-sided, okay? So I got 3 like that, and then these 3 at the bottom here are actually cabochons. They're not beads. They're flat on the bottom, and they have no hole. So I got 3 cabochons and 3 beads, but they both look like shells. So just make sure that you check if you get that, you know, because you'll have some cabochons and some that are beads, okay? Which is kind of fun. And then down here, we have some Czech tiles. So these are 2-hole beads as well. They're a little bit fatter than a tile. Most of you probably are familiar with the Czech glass tiles. And this is the blue Picasso finish. So it kind of looks like stones or something, you know, it has like that mottling, which is the Picasso bit of the finish. Like an artist kind of splattered it with a paintbrush. Okay, then we are getting these beautiful crystal briolets. These are the Opal AB, and you're getting a pack of 12 of those, and these are just the Potomac crystal. Very, very pretty with that finish on them. So sparkly, and I love the opal color. It's kind of a little bit, you know, got that little kind of touch of like yellowish green to it that you would have in the opal. So gorgeous, gorgeous crystals. Okay, next here we have 2 endless rings. So these are just metal rings that you can use to bead around on the inside, or use them like as a link to something else. These are 40 millimeters tall, which is quite big, okay? And they are 24 karat gold plated. You get a pack of 2, so great for making earrings. That's probably what I'll end up doing with those. And we also get this month this cute little octopus bead. So it is a bead. It does have a hole going through it. You can see there. So you'll be able to string it on. So that's just another little charm there, an Athena cast charm. And that again is in that gold plated finish. So it's double-sided. Really, really cute little octopus. Next up here, we are getting some vintage Czech glass, or vintage Czech buttons, sorry. They're not necessarily glass, obviously. So some, you may have different ones. I'm not really sure if everyone's getting the same or what, but anyway, so I've got this bigger one with a metal shank on the back there, and very cool front to it. I really like this one a lot. And then these neat looking, I don't know what these are made out of. Maybe some kind of resin, but they feel like stone. Can you hear the clicking noise they make? They kind of feel, maybe they're glass. Might be glass, kind of sound like glass. But they are like this milky kind of ivory color, okay? So yeah, like I said, I don't know if everyone's getting the same buttons or some people are getting different types of buttons. I have no idea. All right, next up here we have these very pretty drop beads, pearl drops. These are 6 by 9 millimeter. You're getting a half strand of those, and this is just the white color. Very pretty. These feel nice too. Because they're, you know, glass, so they feel kind of heavy, you know, they're nice. Okay, here we have some Czech drucks or Czech rounds, just a crystal clear color, and these, I measured them, they're 2.5 millimeters stringing length. So yeah, you're getting a whole lot of those. And then we have some 15Os. I didn't pour all of them out. There's a little bit more than this, but these are the Miyuki crystallined silver. Sorry, silver-lined crystal, said that wrong, which is the number 1 in the Miyuki range, I believe. So it's like number 1 or 2, I can't remember. One of them, like one's gold and one's silver lined. Okay, then next up here we have these Czech cubes that are, they're not really cubes, they're squares, I should say. So they're kind of flat, but they only have one hole, so they're a little bit bigger than our tile beads. Okay, and you can see they have this cool finish on them. On the inside, they're kind of like poured, so it's red and clear kind of mixed together. So those are really cool, and you get quite a lot of those as well. You can see that there. And then we have here, these are some Czech glass bicones. These are quite big. They're 8 millimeter bicones. They're swirled blue color. And when I say they're bicones, they are kind of like 2 cones stuck together, but they're kind of square bicones. As you can see, like looking down there, you can see that it's kind of a square shape on the top and then more of a bicone shape on the side. Okay. Then we are getting a packet of memory wire, 12 loops in this gold finish, Bead Tech memory wire, 2 1/4 inch diameter, which is suitable for a bracelet. And on the back it has a little bit of instructions what to do with it. So most of you guys know what memory wire is. It holds its shape, so it springs back into position. You know, if you pull it apart, it kind of goes boing back into place. So it's good for making bracelets that wrap around and things, you know. And lastly here we have these very pretty gemstones that are 8 millimeter round. Are these gorgeous? These are fire cherry quartz beads, and you get a 7-inch strand. And I mean, these are just so pretty. I love these. Nice little inclusions in them, kind of add a bit of interest. And these pink ones are just so pretty. I love those ones. And obviously I've got my koozie here, I've got my little baggie here, and I've got my little free gift here. So there's a lot going on in this month's treasure box, which is not a box but a bag. So anyway, I will put a link down below if you are interested in finding out a bit more about the pricing for the subscriptions and the timings. There is another type of subscription called the kit box, which includes 3 kits, so 3 projects with the materials to make those projects. That is a different price than the treasure box. So I will put a link down below for everything, and you can go and check that out. And do make sure you subscribe and come back to see what I make this month using these materials out of this box. Okay guys, take care for now. Bye.